Yeah, it still needs to cool off. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing an oil change and raising the rear of my suspension just a little bit more. If you guys follow me on my TikTok and Instagram, you guys already know that I just bought these wheels. These are the Kansai K&Ps. I got them in 18 by 8.5 with 35 offset, and I also just got new tires. They're the Falcon RT 615Ks on them. I raised the suspension a little bit, so now on the front I got that kind of perfect ride height. And then now on the rear, it looks good right now because it's on those two little lift ramps over there. But I need to raise it a little bit more because it still rubs a little bit. You can probably see that right here. You see it all right here, it rubs. So we're going to do that today, and then we're also going to do an oil change once the car cools down. So I got the jack out and I'm going to put it on jack stands too, but first let's crack this off. And we'll get the lug bolts off, and then we'll take off the wheel and then get to the rear coilover. We just cracked that, so now we're going to go ahead and start jacking up the car. Just keep on going up. That seems about good. Now we're going to get this wheel off and then we'll get to the rear coilover. So here we go, here's the rear coilover. We're just going to adjust that and raise it up just around probably 2 more turns because I've already raised it kind of a lot. So we're going to do 2 more turns on this side, and then we have to do 5 on the other to match this side. Maybe more like 4 or 3 because that side was already a little bit higher. But let's get started on that now. All you take is your 2 wrenches. You got your bigger one for your adjustable collar, and then you got the smaller one for the locking collar. I'm just going to take the big one and go ahead and do 3 big turns this way. So I already have it marked. If you saw that earlier, I got the white paint. So we'll do 3 turns this way. There you go. So I did 2 turns on this one, and now let's go ahead and just raise the locking collar just a tiny bit. Get to the top. Maybe you can see that. There you go. It's pretty tight, but then we'll just use the smaller tool and tighten that down. There we go. So just tighten that down. Now let's put the wheel back on and do the other side. Alright, put those all back on. Let's go ahead and lower it back down. There we go. So I know it's pretty high right now, but that is going to settle. So I don't got to worry about it too much. It's probably about maybe 1.5 fingers, or maybe 2 fingers, depending on what fingers you pick. But I'll just let it settle, and it should be perfect. Now let's go ahead and go do the other side. Alright, let's crack the lug bolts on this side, and then we'll start jacking it up. Alright, just crack the bolts, and now up we go. That's good. Alright, the wheel is off. Now we're going to do the same thing to this side. We're probably only going to adjust it like 3 times. Because the other side was already lower and this side was pretty high and pretty good from where it was. So I think 3 turns should be good and should be around the same as the other side. There we go. I just rose it 3 more times, and now we gotta do the locking collar again, and then we should be good. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and put the wheel back on. Alright, we're done putting it on. Now let's go ahead and drop it. And once again, it's pretty high right now. You know, probably a little bit more, maybe like 2 fingers, but this side is going to settle, and so is the other side. So we'll do that real quick. We'll let it settle, and in the meantime, we'll also go ahead and do an oil change. Just got the car on both jack stands. There's one on this side, one on the other, and like I said, this car is in a desperate need of an oil change. I haven't done one in so long or gotten it serviced, so we're going to go ahead and do that. This is the oil and filter that I'm going to be using. No, I'm not sponsored by Mobil 1. I just happened to get all their stuff at the same time. We're going to be using 5W30 extended performance high mileage because my car does have over 100,000 miles. Just a little bit more just in case if I need some more. And my oil filter, same brand as the oil. And yeah. So I already removed the engine cover, and then I already pulled the oil cap, and then I also undid the dipstick just to let all the pressure out. We're going to be doing this after we drain the oil. So if you look right here, right on the oil pan, I know mine's really scraped up because my car is low, but I believe that is a 19 millimeter. Do be careful when doing it. I just dumped oil kind of all over my driveway, but it's still draining a little bit here and there. So once that's done, we're going to go ahead and remove the bowl, and then we'll go ahead and do the top one, the oil filter, and then we'll dump in some new oil. All right, that stopped leaking, and now we're going to do the oil filter. Here we go. This is actually pretty loose. I should probably tighten it down more. You can hear my dog in the background, sorry about that. So here's the old one, and then here's the new one. You can clearly see which one's way cleaner and all. So we're going to take some oil, probably just off of this thing. Go ahead and just rub it around. Alright, so now this thing has all the oil it needs. We're going to go ahead, put that right back down in there. Make sure it sits in the right spot. Make sure it sets. And we'll go ahead and start tightening it down. Almost good. I'm going to toss a towel over it and then give it one more crank with both hands. And then we can start filling it up. So I got my cone in the thing. We're going to take our big one first. We'll go ahead and pop this off. Start dumping. And then we'll just see where to go from there. So we just went ahead and dumped all the oil that was left in this thing. It was a good amount. I'd say probably close to 4 liters. I don't remember how much I needed, but I think I should be enough for now. And then if not, I can always run to AutoZone. So we're going to go ahead and dump the rest of our small one now into there, and then we'll go ahead and turn it on and give it a run. Alright, so let's go ahead and dump the rest of this in. Alright, we got it off the jacks, and now we're going to go ahead and start the car. Let's go see. Sounds fine, sounds normal. It's kind of a cold start if you guys want to hear it. Not really, it's pretty warm still, but sounds pretty good. Everything looks good, sounds good. Look at that, just gotta put this back into place. That goes back there. Dipstick is in. This is tight. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and check the dipstick level. Make sure it's fine. Let's go ahead and wipe that off real quick first. I know it's super dark, sorry about that. Go ahead and put that in. Let me check it real quick, sorry. I'm about to shine a light on it. Well guys, I'd say it was a success. I was able to do the rear suspension on the car and do the oil change, which was very much needed. If you guys have been watching my TikToks and follow my Instagram page, you guys would have known that I've been dealing with my suspension and my wheels for the past couple of days now. And I finally got it to where I want it to be. And I have an alignment set up for Friday. So we're going to take it after work, drop it off tomorrow, actually on Thursday. Drop it off at 034 Motorsports. They're going to align it for me. We're going to pick it up on Friday, and everything should be good, and then we'll figure out what to do next to the car. But thanks for doing this with me, and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.